Yes, it was useless.
Well, hello again folks. Hope you're all still in good health and welcome to another one, hey. This time we're out after wood pigeons, overlaid barley, as this was filmed back in July, when it was still warm, green and sunny. The farm I'm on I've shot over quite a few years in the past, but it usually was with the air rifle on my other channel, Hunter's Vermin. But I think this is the first time I've ever used the shotgun. Now, I've said it before and I'll say it again. After years of shooting air rifles, I'm not very good with a shotgun, though I'm determined to get back into it again. And I suppose the best way to do that is get out in the field with it. The hide I'm busily building for myself is basically just a box shape made up of 4 decoy poles and some garden canes held together with elastic bands. Then the first net I put over it is a new net to me. It's from Nitehawk and it's a ghillie suit type material. The second net I draped over it is an old army surplus net that originally I wasn't terribly impressed at because it was that thin you could spit through it, never mind see through it. But draped out over another net, it does make it look very nice and leafy. Then I added whatever sticky weed or grass that I could find in the hedgerows to try and bulk it out and make it look more natural. Oh, if you see a little black and white thing running about the place with a waggy tail, that's just Lola, my wife's Jack Russell. She's really more of a pet than anything, the Jack Russell that is, and not much of a retriever. Unless it's a little blue rubber ball, then she's an absolute idiot. And she has a bad habit of whinging a lot when we're in the hide. The dog that is, not the wife. But she is pretty good at flushing game from hedgerows and that. I just wish she was a bit more of a retriever. Anyhow, back to the task at hand. The farmer here has been waiting for the weather to dry up so he could harvest this field. But as you can see, the wind and the rain has flattened 2 or 3 big holes in it, and the birds have been hitting it hard since now they can reach the barley heads. So I decided to come down with Lola and the shotgun and see if I could hit more than I could miss. Now the first few shots you're going to see is from the first day I went here, where things didn't quite go right, as my Tacticam 5.0 finally decided to quit on me, and the shotgun's safety catch wouldn't come off safe, so I had to call it an early day. But I did fix the shotgun that night, taking the buttstock off. One of those little sticky ball seeds fell out of the action, which must have been blocking it up because the shotgun has been working perfectly ever since.
Wait.
It's a bit of a shame really because the birds were coming in beautifully that day. But thankfully, as I said, I managed to fix the shotgun that night and came back the very next day, which you'll see from now. Next to no wind today and they're coming any in every direction.
Quiet!
We didn't get any. I'm using my Lanber shotgun in 12 gauge cylinder and improved cylinder chokes, 32 gram 6s and I think 28 gram 7.5 trap loads, which seem to work quite well.
Fine.
Since my Tacticam 5.0 had died on me the day before, to get the shot cam footage I'm using an old Runcam Scope Cam that I used to use in the air rifles years ago, but it seems to be doing the job, even though I think that might be a little zoomed in for what I'm doing at the minute.
No.
I think that one actually dropped into the field behind me, as it was definitely well hit.
Come on. Here.
I was hoping to drop the birds into the hole to make them easier to find, but it wasn't really going to plan. So every now and again when I'd shoot 2 or 3, I would go out and lift them before I'd forget where they were. Then set them up as decoys with the rest of them.
Oh, here. Here, come on. Yes, it was useless. I know it was useless.
I shot that day too. Both me and the dog were tired and hungry and were looking to go home. Then gathered up as many of the birds as I could find and text the farmer to say that there might have been a few left in the crop, but he was more delighted than anything that I'd got so many in the first place. Well folks, that's the end of another one, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did shooting it. And before you ask, no, that's a still photograph you're looking at. There's no way I could get that dog to sit that still for that length of time. But she really did enjoy the day. Anyway folks, there's more to come, but until then, take care and look after yourselves, hey.